Hello, my friends, and welcome. I'm Cheryl, and this is Your Journey Yoga. Thanks for joining me. I hope your day's going great so far, and let's just make it better, shall we? So today, just a whole body, good stretch from head to toe, taking care of yourself, really focusing on your breath and kind of where you are in your space within the four corners of your mat. Just let yourself really be present right here, right now. And we're going to start at the top of our mats with our feet hip-width apart, with a big shoulder roll up and back, and let those shoulders slide down and away. Let's do that again. Big shoulder roll up and back, and those shoulders slide down and away. Bring the arms down by your sides. Just relax the weight of the arms. Take a big breath in, and as you exhale, gently take your gaze out over that left shoulder. A little tuck of your chin towards that left collarbone. Inhale, lift your head, turn it back to face front. And exhale, take your gaze out over that right shoulder. Little tuck of your chin towards your collarbone. Inhale, lift your gaze, turn it back to face front. As you exhale, release the chin towards the chest. Roll the shoulders up and back. Bring your hands behind your back and release your fingers. As you extend those arms, just a nice stretch through the spine, through the front of the shoulders, into the chest. Inhale, lift your head. And as you exhale, gently arch it back a little or a lot, reaching your knuckles towards the ground, gazing towards the sky. Inhaling it back up nice and tall. As you exhale, use that right hand to pull that left arm across the back of the body. Just a nice stretch through the front of that left shoulder, activating the muscles in that right arm. Core staying strong, slowly releasing it back to center. And then as you exhale, use that left hand to pull that right arm across the back. So we're just crossing the back. Little stretch, nice activation through that left arm, and then slowly bring it back to center. Release your hands, big shoulder roll up and back. We open those palms to the front, to mountain. Inhale, reach to the sky. Exhale, left hand down, right arm high, lean in and reach. Inhale, both arms come up. Exhale, other side, lean in and reach. Inhale, both arms come up, and as you exhale, arch it back, open those arms to a nice wide V, gaze to the sky. Inhale, reach to the sky, pull the hands through heart center, bend the knees, place your hands just above those knees. Take a big breath in, press the chest forward, arch your back, gaze to the sky. Exhale, hollow the tummy and chest, standing cat and cow. Inhale, press it through. Exhale and hollow, draw that belly button in and up. One more time, each direction. Inhale, press it through. And exhale, hollow. Inhale, back to your neutral spine and reach to the sky. Exhale, bringing those hands to the hips. Core is strong. We're just going to begin to hinge forward a little bit or a lot. Now we can come forward all the way to a 90 degrees if your body feels ready for it. Now you can always bend your knees and place your hands on your thighs for support. Lengthening and reaching through the crown of the head. Feels right to you, extend those arms back to flight. Turn your palms towards the floor. Roll those shoulders back, spread your fingers. Breathe. So we're getting this really nice stretch down the back of the leg. We're activating through the core, through the glutes, through the hamstrings and that lower back. Rotate palms to the sky. Big circle of those arms as you hinge all the way back up. And pull the hands to heart center. Let's shift our weight to our left foot. Right knee lifts to 90 degrees. And flex your foot. So we're just finding a balancing place. A place where our body is solid, strong, rooted into the earth. Core is strong, chest is lifted, extend those arms out to a T. Breathe, rotate palms to the sky. Feel how that activates the muscles through the back of the shoulder, through that upper back. Now lift the arms to the sky, interlace your fingers and turn your palms to the sky. Draw those shoulders down and away. Breathe. Slowly pulling those hands back to heart center, we're going to slowly press that right foot back. And we're going to take a giant step back to a crescent lunge. Bringing that back knee to the mat if you like, otherwise knee stays off. Find that breath. Inhale, extend those arms to the sky. As you exhale, big circle of the arms to the back, all the way around in front, and once again up tall. As you exhale, rotate to the left, open those arms out to a T. Inhale it, come back to center. Same direction, exhale, open, rotating through the torso, lengthening through those fingertips. Inhale, reach to the sky. One more time, that rotation. Hold that rotation. Turn your palms in the same direction you're facing. Spread your fingers and reach. Now slowly release that right hand down along the inside of your left foot. Left arm extends to the sky. Lengthen and reach out through the shoulder, up through the tips of the fingers. Find your breath. As you exhale, slowly release that left hand down, one hand on either side of your foot. Lift your hips, sweep it back, and extend left leg to the sky. And gently release it down to down dog. As we come into our downward facing dog, feet are hip width apart. Hands are shoulder width. We spread our fingers and we press through the palms of the hands. Let's inhale it to high plank. Exhale it back to down dog. Again, we inhale it to high plank. Exhaling to down dog. This time we add a push-up. Inhaling it to plank, push up from the toes or the knees. And lift those hips back to down dog. Let's do that 2 more times, with or without that push-up, just warming up the shoulders, warming up the hips, building a little heat, working out the cracks and the kinks. Last one. And we meet back in down dog. And gently alternate bending knees, walk it out. Nice, big, deep breaths. We inhale up to the balls of the feet. Exhale, press the chest and shoulders towards your thighs, reach your sit bones high. And exhale, let your heels gently sink. Taking the gaze between your hands, walk, step, or hop to forward fold. And release the weight of the upper body down. Arms are heavy, head is heavy. We bring the hands to the elbows and hold on, and gently sway side to side. Always kind of makes me giggle, guys. I wish you could hear what goes on inside my body. There's a tendency for those shifts, and you get little pops and cracks and creaks and groans. I don't know if you can hear them, but they're pretty funny. So if you get those, guys, it's just your body settling, making sure there's no pain involved. But it's good stuff. Coming back to center, release your arms, and ever so slowly roll it up. Just stacking each vertebra one on top of the other. So you reach the top, and a big shoulder roll at the top. Shoulders slide down and away. Inhale, reach to the sky. As you exhale, release that left arm down, right arm reaching high. That standing lateral flexion feels so good. Inhale, reach to the sky. Exhale, other side, lengthen and reach. Inhale, both arms come up. Pull those hands to heart center, and let's shift our weight to our right foot. Left knee lifts to 90 degrees, and flex your foot. Breathe. Find that breath, feel that stability. Strong through the core, tall through the chest. Extend those arms out to a T. And now rotate those palms towards the sky, and again, feeling that activation through the biceps, through the shoulders, through that upper and middle back. Breathe. Bringing the palms to touch overhead, interlacing your fingers, turn your palms to the sky, and draw those shoulders down and away. Find that breath. Slow it down. And let's pull those hands down to heart center. And slowly begin to press that left foot straight back. Really big step back, bending that right knee and coming into our crescent lunge. Back knee can come down if you like, otherwise knee stays off. And we sink into that lunge, extending the arms overhead if that feels okay to you. Otherwise, keeping those hands at heart center if you like. Inhale, reach to the sky, and as you exhale, rotate to the right. Open those arms out to a T. Inhale, reach to the sky, turn back to face front. Same direction, exhale, open. Inhale, reach to the sky, back to center. This time we're gonna take it, we're gonna hold it. Opening out to the side. Spread your fingers, reach. Find that breath. Extend out of the shoulders. Slowly releasing that left hand down. Right arm extends to the sky. Take your gaze to the sky. Reach it up as high as you can reach. Nice little stretch through that right hip. Extension and length out of the shoulders up through the tips of the fingers. Strong through that belly as you exhale, slowly releasing that right hand down. One hand on either side of your foot. Lift your hips, sweep it back. Extend right leg to the sky. And gently release it down to down dog. Again, feet are hip width apart. We spread our fingers and we press through the palms of the hands to guide that weight back towards those heels. Let's inhale it up to the balls of the feet. Exhale, press the chest and shoulders toward your thighs. Reach your sit bones high. Exhaling and releasing the knees to the mat. The heels to the mat. And inhale it to high plank. Hold your plank, toes or knees. Breathe. Let's go super slow and melt. On the toes or the knees. Breathe. Take your time. Make it last. Elbows right next to those ribs. Slow and steady. Press it through up dog. And sit it back to child's pose. Extending those arms out nice and long. Hips back towards your heels. Forehead towards the mat. Just good deep breaths. Inhale, lifting just slightly, walking your hands out to the left, reaching through your right fingertips. Press your hips to the right and relax the weight of the upper body down. Spinal mobility, guys, so important. Releasing the tension that we hold in that lower back and those hips. Inhale, lift just slightly, walk your hands back through the center. And then over to the right, reaching through those left fingertips, pressing your hips to the left, relaxing the weight of the upper body down. So feeling that good stretch all the way down that left side. Working out kinks. Letting go of tension. Reconnecting mind, body, and spirit. Inhale, lift just slightly. Walk those hands back through the center. Nice big deep breaths. And let's walk those hands up to tabletop. Hands shoulder width apart, knees hip width, core is nice and strong. We're going to tuck our toes. We're going to lift our knees just an inch off the mat. And I want you to press those toes into the mat. Breathe, feeling that arch in the feet. Stretching those toes, getting that really nice stretch for your calves. Belly button drawn in and up, and we're lifting out of those shoulders. Take a big breath in, and as you exhale, lift your hips, shift your weight back towards your heels. Relax the weight of your head. And inhale it back to that hovering tabletop. And exhale, extend. Inhale back to that hovering tabletop. So we're really working to get those stretches, guys, to clear away tension and tightness throughout your entire body, from head to toe. Exhale. Extend those legs, lift your hips. Once again, bring it back to that hovering tabletop. Release your knees and slowly walk your hands up. So now we're going to keep those toes tucked under us, and we're going to start to lean back a little bit. So the more weight we put on those heels, the deeper the stretch you're going to feel in those toes and the arches of the feet. Just be kind. Inhale, reach to the sky. And as you exhale, can you lean back any more? Maybe not with those arms, and that's okay. You pull those hands down, you rest them on your hips, whatever feels good to you. Good's a relative term, remember that. And inhale, rise. Releasing your hands, untuck those toes, wiggle those toes. And release the tops of the feet to the mat. Take a giant step forward with each hand. And then we're going to press those armpits and the chest towards the mat as we turn our chin or cheek to the mat. Lifting those sit bones just as high as you can get them. Drawing the chest towards this floor. Great stretch for the shoulders, for the spine. This is puppy pose. Now being mindful of your neck, if it feels okay, bring your chin to the mat. And just notice how that changes your stretch. We inhale, lifting just slightly, walking those hands back to tabletop. We take that right hand, sweeping it through between the left arm and the left leg, shoulder to the mat, side of the head to the mat. Rotate your body and extend left arm to the sky. Reach it up as high as you can reach. Lengthen out of the shoulder. Breathe, circling that left arm around behind your back, forearm along the small of the back. Just nice big deep breaths. Extending left arm to the sky, slowly releasing it down, pressing it back up to tabletop, center your weight, and let's take it to the other side. That left hand sweeping through, shoulder to the mat, side of the head to the mat, rotating your body and extending. Right arm to the sky, reach it up, high as you can reach, lengthen out of the shoulders. Gaze wherever it's right for your neck. Circling that right arm around behind your back, forearm along the small of the back. Give that right shoulder just a little bit more of a roll back and see if you can feel that deeper stretch through the front of the shoulder. Close your eyes if you like. Just breathe, guys. Extending right arm back to the sky and slowly releasing your hand down, pressing it back up to tabletop. And sit it back to child's pose. Extending those arms out nice and long. Hands shoulder width apart. Spread your fingers wide. Let's lift the forehead, tuck the toes. Press and lift your hips to the sky. We come up to our downward facing dog once again. And we're going to sway those hips side to side. Just a nice little sway, getting a big stretch down the side body. Activating the core muscles to support us, feeling that strength in the shoulders to support us. Coming back to center. Keeping those hips side by side, shift your weight to your left foot, right toes reach straight back. Now those hips want to lift, right? That right hip wants to lift really bad. We're not going to let it. We're going to stay strong and we're going to flex that right foot. Now keeping those hips side by side, keeping those hips level, that pelvis level, lift that right leg as high as you can without opening those hips. A lot of work, guys. Feeling that deep stretch down the back of that left leg. As you exhale, sweep that right foot through. Back heel to the mat, stand tall to warrior one. Squaring the hips, lifting the chest, soft through the shoulders. Find your breath. Inhale, straighten that front leg a little bit. And then exhale, sink. Breathe, pressing that outside edge of your foot into the mat. Bending that left elbow, hand behind your head, right hand to the elbow, and gently press. Chin staying off the chest. Breathe. If you like, circle that right arm around behind your back. Can you reach up and find your fingertips? Lock them if you can find them. And then slowly begin to hinge it forward to a nice long diagonal line. Gazing out in front of those right toes. So we're not hinging at the waist. We're staying long all the way down the back of the body. Pressing that back heel into the mat. Core strong, lengthen and rise. Releasing the hands, extending left arm. Lifting the right. Exhale, circle the arms to the back. Release your hands on either side of your foot. Lift your hips, sweep it back, and extend right leg to the sky. Now go ahead and open up those hips. And lift that right leg just as high as you can get it. Press through the palms of the hands. Lengthen out from the fingertips to the toes. And gently release it down to down dog. Holding your down dog, great opportunity to grab a drink of water if you like, or inhale it to high plank. Toes or knees, one push-up. Toes or knees, one half push-up. Half to high. Toes or knees, super slow. Let's take it down and hold. Holding that lowest point so long as you're not resting on the mat. Breathe. One bottom half push-up, half to low. And then super slow, press it back up. To plank. Lift those hips to down dog. Those are supposed to be challenging, guys. Good job, good job. Relaxing the weight of the head. Gently alternate bending knees. Walk it out. Just checking in. Feeling strong, feeling healthy. No expectations, just letting yourself move. Finding that rhythm of the breath. Letting go of tension from the day, days past, being present right here. Exhaling and allowing both heels to sink. We keep those hips side by side. We shift our weight to our right foot, left toes straight back. So keeping those hips side by side can be really challenging. Notice how your body responds and all the different things that come into play, all the different muscles that come into play. Add a flex to that left foot. Now keep those hips square and lift that left leg just as high as you can get it without opening those hips. Should feel a holy cow stretch going on behind that right leg, guys. I certainly do. And as you exhale, sweep that left foot through. Back heel to the mat. Stand tall to warrior one. Shoulders are soft. Core is strong. We're pressing through that back heel. That outside edge of that right foot. Breathe. Bringing that right hand behind the head. Left hand to the elbow. Gently press. Chin staying off the chest. Opening up that chest. Drawing those shoulder blades down and away. Now we can stay right here or circle that left arm around behind you, reaching up. Can you find your fingertips? Lock them if you can find them. But be mindful what you've done with your hips. Oftentimes those hips want to open. Square those hips. Inhale, lengthen and reach to the crown of the head, and then as you exhale, slowly begin to hinge forward, creating that long diagonal line down the back of the body. Strong through that belly as you draw that belly button in and up. Long through the spine, all the way out through the crown of the head. Inhale, lengthen and rise. Releasing your hands, extend right arm. And then the left. As you exhale, circle the arms to the back. Release your hands on either side of your foot. Lift your hips, sweep it back. And extend left leg to the sky. Go ahead and open up those hips. Press through the palms of the hands. Lengthen out through those toes. And gently release it down to down dog. And inhale it to high plank. Toes or knees, crocodile down. Press it through up dog. And let's sit it back to child's pose. Breathe. Inhale, circle your hands back by your hips. Big circle of those arms overhead as you hinge up nice and tall. And gently rest your hands on your thighs. Now without those toes tucked under, and just having those being on the knees, making sure you're taking care of the knees, guys. If this isn't great, just come over onto your bottom and we'll meet you just for a second. In a second. And just a nice quad stretch. Chest tall. Now let's come on over onto one hip. Sweep your feet around and slide on down, kind of to the center of your mat if you're not already there. And we're going to take that left foot and we're going to bring the sole of the foot to the inner thigh. And we're going to working to bring that left knee to the mat. So you might need to kind of lean over a little bit and get that left thigh to the mat. Beautiful. Now add a flex of that right foot. We take that right hand to the top of the thigh, take a big breath in and lengthen, And then as you exhale, gently pull the body around, taking your gaze out over that right or that left shoulder. Hold for a breath. And then slowly release that rotation. We're going to do that 2 more times. Keeping that right foot flexed. Inhale, lengthen. And exhale, use that right hand to pull around. Breathe. And release. We're going to do that 1 more time. Beautiful stretch to help let go through that lower back. Inhale, lift. And exhale, rotate that right foot still flexed. We take our gaze out over that back shoulder. And then slowly releasing that rotation, keeping that right hand on your thigh, left arm up, and we take it up and over. Stretching all the way down that left side. Breathe. Turn your gaze towards that right knee with a little tuck of your chin towards that right collarbone. Find those big deep breaths, guys. Inhaling it back up, nice and tall. Release your hand and we're going to switch sides. So that left leg goes out, right foot comes in, almost like a figure 4, if you will. So we bring that sole of the foot against the inner thigh. We're going to add a flex of that left foot and this right knee. We're going to work to get it down. So if you need to, lean over a little bit because we want to feel that connection all along the back side of your thigh. Sit up as tall as you can sit. If you can be nice and tall with that leg still down, perfect. Because we really want to keep that length in the spine as best we can, promoting really good posture, guys. But we want to get a nice stretch. Left foot's going to stay flexed the entire time. We cross that left hand over to the right knee. Right hand is behind us for a little stability and length. Take a big breath in. And as you exhale, use that left hand to pull your body around and take your gaze out over that right shoulder. Really working to keep that length in the spine. Nice big deep breaths. Slowly releasing that rotation. Again, we're going to do that 2 more times. Inhale, lift and lengthen. Exhale, and pull it around. A little tuck of your chin towards that right collarbone if that feels okay. And slowly release that rotation. We got 1 more. Inhale, lift, and exhale, pull it around. Breathe. Find those breaths. And gently release. We're going to keep that left hand right on the top of the thigh. That left foot's going to stay flexed. Reach that right arm to the sky, and as you exhale, lean it over towards that left leg. Amazing stretch all the way down that right side. A little turn of your head towards that left knee with a little tuck of your chin towards that left collarbone. Some of these poses, I tell you guys, they're groaners. They feel so good that you just want to groan out loud. Feel free. Inhaling it back up nice and tall. Release your hand. Let's crisscross those legs out in front of us, sitting up as tall as you can sit. Bringing the hands to the shins just below the knees. Take a big breath in. Press the chest forward. Arch your back. Gaze to the sky. Exhale and hollow. Seated cat and cow. Inhale, press it through, arch the back, gaze to the sky. Exhale and hollow. Let's do that 1 more time. Inhale, lift, arch the back, gaze to the sky. Exhale and hollow. Inhale, sitting up nice and tall. Let's shift and face the top of the mat. Extending those legs out nice and long. Flex your feet. Arms come down by your sides. We're in staff pose. We're going to flex those feet. We're going to draw those toes back as far as we can, and we're going to sit up as tall as we can, creating that 90-degree bend with the upper and lower body. Now let's slowly walk the hands forward towards the feet, working to keep that length in the spine. The moment you feel your chest start to hollow, stop. Roll those shoulders back. A little tuck of your chin towards your chest just to level out that spine, keeping that nice neutral spine. We have this tendency to look forward. We just want to look down towards a diagonal. Breathe. Now let's soften those feet. Feel how that intensity kind of disappeared? Let's bring it back. Draw those toes back. And slowly walk it out. Now go ahead and just let your upper body round forward. If you can keep that length in the spine, do it. Really nice stretch for that lower back. Amazing stretch through the entire back of the leg. Inhale, reach it out. Sit up nice and tall. And let's bring the hands around behind you. Fingertips are going to point towards your back, or you can open up those hands. So it really doesn't matter. Find a place where it's comfortable for you. And we're going to bring those feet in. We're going to cross that right ankle over the left knee and just sit up nice and tall. Now your feet might be further away from you, or they might be closer in. You do what's right for you. If you need to adjust your hands at any point. Lifting that chest, we're going to roll the knee to the right. Hold here for just a moment. Just feel that good stretch to that left hip. And then roll it back to center and let's take it to the left. And we're going to hold here for a moment as we press that right knee out and away from us just a bit. We're still lifting out of the shoulders, so we're not sinking in. We're lifting, staying strong. Now let's just gently take it side to side. Your pace, just whatever feels good to you. And as you rock side to side, you get this little massage for those glutes. As you come over to the side, noticing that glute med. Yeah, those gluteus medius. Muscle inside the bum. Sometimes it needs a little love, and we really have a hard time giving it. So this is one of those where if it feels good to you, stay. If you like, keep moving. This is our last one, and we're going to come back to center. We're going to walk those hands forward, so adjusting that left foot so that you can sit up nice and tall. And let's wrap the crook of the elbows around the outside edges of your foot and your knee. And we're going to pull the shin in towards your chest. Breathe. Now you can extend that left leg out long. You can flex your foot. We're sitting up nice and tall, or you can start to lean back a little bit. So really getting a nice stretch for that right hip. If you're leaning back, we're kicking in those core muscles. Find your breath. If you like, lift that left leg. So now we're really firing up some different muscles while we're getting that active stretch. Kind of cool. Bending that left knee, placing the foot to the mat, releasing that right foot, and extend your leg. So we're going to switch sides. So that right foot comes in, hands behind your back, cross your left ankle over the right knee. So just bringing those feet in as close as feels good to you. Hands in a position where you feel solid and strong and those shoulders are happy and healthy. And we're going to take the knees to the left, and we're going to hold to the left just for a moment. Breathe, feeling that stretch in the hips. And then slowly bring it to center, and let's take it to the right. Holding here for just a moment, pressing that left knee out and away. Just noticing that stretch, making sure we're not sinking into the shoulders, but that chest stays lifted. And let's bring it back to center. We're just going to gently side to side. Side to side. Keeping the core strong. Just rocking. Getting a little love for that lower back. Range of motion in the spine. Little stretch through the side body, beautiful stretch through the hips. Little ankle mobility as we roll side to side. Let's do one more each side. And come back to center. And we're going to take that right foot out and away from us just a little bit, enough so that we can release those hands and wrap the crook of the elbows around the outside edge of your foot and around the outside edge of your knee. Sitting up nice and tall. Breathe. Now that right knee can stay bent, no worries. If you like, extend that right leg and flex your foot. We're sitting up tall, or we start to lean back just a bit. Listen to your body, and each side's going to be a little different. If you like, lift that right leg. So it really means firing up some different muscles. And maybe one side, your body's like, I got this, and the other one's like, what the heck? It's okay. It happens. It'll figure it out when it's ready. Bending that right knee, placing the foot to the mat, gently lean forward to release your leg, extend it out nice and long. And let's release both legs. Both legs long, flex your feet, reach to the sky. Exhale, lengthen and hinge it forward. Release your hands, relax the weight of your head. Nice big deep breaths. Inhale, reach it out. Sit up nice and tall. Soften your feet, close your eyes, and ever so slowly begin to roll it back. Find your breath. Slow and steady rolling down, all the way down. And relax. Let's draw your right foot in by your bottom, and then the left. Hands are down by your sides, feet are hip width apart. We tuck the pelvis so the small of the back presses into the mat. Breathe. Just feel that activation through the core. And we're going to lift those arms straight overhead and bring the palms to gently touch. We're going to take both knees, we're going to bring both feet together, bringing those insteps of the feet to touch. Knees are touching. And let's let both knees fall to the left as the arms gently fall to the right. Breathe. Just the range of motion to whatever feels good to you. You can even interlace your fingers if you like, kind of using that opposite arm to pull across. Inhale it back to center. And then other sides. So the arms fall to the opposite side as the knees. Inhale it back to center. We're going to do that one more time each side. Really nice, again, mobility through the spine. Really nice release for that lower back. Inhaling it back up. And one more time. Breathe. Coming back to center, releasing your hands down by your sides. Once again, open those feet out to hip width apart. Pulling those heels up towards your bottom. Tuck the pelvis so that the small of the back presses into the mat. And let's begin to press through the heels as you lift your hips towards the sky. Peel your spine off the floor, one vertebra at a time. Up to bridge pose. At the top of bridge pose, I want you to really focus on squeezing those glutes. Core is strong. Breathe. We're going to shift our weight to our left foot, and we're going to lift that right knee. Really working to keep those hips from falling. So if they feel like they drop down at all, place both feet back down. And release the right. Shift your weight to that right foot and lift the left. Again, pressing through that right foot, lifting those hips just as high as you can get them. Firing up those glutes and those hamstrings. And release the left. Now we can do that the same. You can stay here, really squeeze those buns, or if you like, extend that right leg to the sky. Pressing through that left foot, lifting those hips as high as you can get it. Breathe. And release. Shift your weight to your right foot. Left leg lifts. Lift those hips, guys. High as you can get them. Breathe. And release. Ever so slowly, roll it down, one vertebra at a time, till your bottom is the very last to touch. Left leg extends, right knee comes in, right arm extends out to a T, left hand to the outside of the right knee, and gently pull your leg across your body. Keeping both shoulders on the mat just as best you can. Turn your gaze out over that right arm. Close your eyes. You guys have worked hard. You did awesome. I hope it felt super good. So really working to just give range of motion, freedom of movement to your entire body, promoting blood flow, metabolism, all those feel-good endorphins, guys. Rolling back to center and gently releasing it down. Left knee comes in, left arm extends out to a T, right hand to the outside of the left knee, and gently pull your leg across. Keeping both shoulders on the floor best you can. Turn your gaze out over that left arm. So with consistency and with being kind, not pushing too far, guys. Our body, oh my goodness, will say thank you, thank you, thank you. And stay younger. Promote better posture, better balance. We'll get stronger, Stay healthy and sane, which is even more important, particularly where we are in this world. I hope you guys are good. And slowly rolling it back to center, keeping that left knee tucked in. Pull your right knee in, hands to the shins just below those knees. Pull them in nice and tight, and just a little rock side to side. Always, always, you guys, I'm sending out positive healing energy to you, to those whom you love. Accept what you need and pass on the rest to the rest of the universe, because Lord knows we need as much positive energy as possible. Coming back to center, we're going to bring our hands to our knees and we're going to make little circles with those knees. Doesn't matter which direction, just little circles. Feel those knees kind of pull away and then be drawn in. Next time you come back towards your tummy, pause and switch directions. So just a little rotation through the hips, circling those knees. Eyes closed, just big deep breaths. Coming back to center. Bring the hands behind your thighs, rock it up, and let's turn and face front. Coming to a seated position that feels right to you. We're going to rest our hands on the knees. If it feels okay to you, open your palms to the sky, drape your wrists over the knees. Maybe bring your index finger to touch your thumb. With those eyes closed, we sit up nice and tall, shoulders soft, breath slow and steady. We take a moment with a sense of gratitude, kindness, and love. We thank our bodies, our breath, our mind. We thank ourselves for allowing ourselves to take this time away from the craziness, to step onto our mat and step away from the rest of the world. We control our energy, and we are responsible for the energy we bring with us everywhere we go. Do your part. Do what you need to do to make that energy as positive as you possibly can. Let's gently open the eyes. Take a big breath in, reach to the sky, and exhale, pull the hands to heart center. I want to thank you from the bottom of my heart for being here with me today, for tuning in, for subscribing, for supporting me. You guys are the best. I love you dearly, so take care, be well, and until the next time, my friends, namaste.